Everybody should be keenly observing what I'm doing. We are going to first check, go to Namecheap wherever you bought the domain. It may be Namecheap, it must be GoDaddy, it may be anywhere else, wherever you're gone. The first thing you need to check is your name server, okay? Let's go with the name server quickly. Go to domain. Go to the domain list. Click on manage. Okay, scroll down and check if you have, okay, so you put your name servers, right? So guys, if you see ns1.bluehost.com, ns2.bluehost.com is the name server. So if you see Bhagya has already updated that one, that is good. So that's the only thing which we are going to do here. And come back to Bluehost. Okay, log into Bluehost. So there are a few things which we'll be checking even before we go to WordPress. So that's something which we're going to do it now. What we do now is first go to domain, left hand side, domain. Okay, fine. Can you click on manage? So we want to quickly check. So others can also start doing it if you're able to. Okay, now if you see the name server n1.bluehost.com, n2.bluehost.com, it's there, right? So same thing should also be there in the name server of domains also. So this is perfect. Can you come down? Can you just scroll down a little bit? Okay. So the host records and all these things, mail is also created, everything is done. C name, TTL. Okay, cool. Come down, like scroll down a bit. Okay, I think more or less everything is set up. I think once you have your hosting, when you're doing that form filling and when you come to the stage, this is all done. Okay, cool. I think this is all fine. So what you do now is click on assign below domain. Go to the third option. Yeah, go to that, assign. Okay, so here I want to quickly check once. I think it's already been associated, but still let us check once. Put your domain name here. In the second option, always if you have bought domain from the same server, that is if you have bought the domain from the same. Okay, now here it says the domain is already assigned. That means you're all good. The reason I'm doing this one is to quickly check. We do some cross checks. Okay, if you bought it from Bluehost itself, then you'll be checking the first one. If you're taken from the other one, then you need to check the second one. Okay, scroll down a bit. Scroll down. Okay, that's all cool. This is all fine now. This is good. Now what we do is go to my site. Go to the second option, left hand side, my site. Okay, you click on my site. Okay, this is good. So there is a site which is already there, right? coachbhagya.com, and there is manage site and login. So let's click on first on the manage site. Okay, so this is very important. So everybody, please observe what I'm telling you here. When we come to manage site, this is some things which we need to clearly check on once before we go into the WordPress. So there are some themes, there are some plugins, there are there's user and manage and all the stuff. So these things we need to check. Here, mostly two main things which we need to observe is the plugin and the user. Currently, you're the only user, okay? And I'm not sure if from your plan, can we add more user? We'll check on that one later. But for now, in the overview, you need to check what are the plugins which is there and how many users are there, okay? If there is 2 users, I mean, it's dangerous. Like, you should check that one. Sometimes you must have got created 2 users. You may create. I'm not sure. You need to check that one in the site settings. First, let us go ahead and click on plugins. Manage. Click on manage. Let us see what are the plugins which is there as of now. There will be pre-installed plugins. Bluehost does this, that whenever any site, whenever you create your account, there'll be certain plugins which already been installed. Okay, we can add more plugins. I'll talk about that more, but these are some basic plugins. Like, and if you remember in my first session, how to create website and all the stuff, when I was telling it, I told you about few plugins, right? Okay, so scroll down, Bhagya. Okay.
Which page is this plugins? I have clicked manage. I can still see the server page with the server name and all. इसी में तो था.
Nina, I'll come back again. You keep checking here. If whatever queries is there, I mean, it gets jumbled up. So I will be coming to you also. Okay, so come down. So Bhagya, so if you people see here, if you see this all active, inactive, and all the stuff, there are 7 plugins. So even you saw 7 there, right? So Akismet, Anti-Spam, Bluehost, and all this, Google Analytics. This Monster Insight for Google Analytics is the famous plugin. This actually gives does analytics on your site, like who is the user, where did they click, which page, which link, and things like that. There are certain setup which we need to do. We'll see about that later. But Monster Insight is one of the famous plugins. So it's free. There are some paid ones also. Don't click on anything. So just scroll down. So Jetpack, I think I spoke about this. Jetpack has got a combination of many things, starting from security to page maintenance. Many things are there. Okay, come down. So the WP Form Lite is more for creating forms. Like when you want to create a form like name, like contact form, it may be, or probably inquiry form, or maybe newsletter form. There are many forms which you create, and then you submit it somewhere. So these are some. So these things are good for now, and if there's more plugins which is to be included, I'll be talking about that later on. Okay, so scroll back up. Scroll back up, Bhagya. Completely. Okay, and go to back button. Okay, click on the back button. Go back. Okay. Now, so this is done. This is okay. I think the plugins what is told here is also installed there. Click on the okay. Now on the UI side, if you want to manage these plugins again, like a front end, if you want to switch on or switch off any plugin, there's one place here. If you see on the top, overview, marketing center, user backup, and all the stuff, there is the second one from the last. Next to settings, there is plugin. Click on that.
Just a minute.
Wherever you're seeing overview, marketing, user, backup, there's a no.
Sorry.
Just above 571. Before 571. Can you see 571 here? 5 themes, 7 plugins, 1 user.
Right.
Above that, there is menu. There is plugin from the last.
Yeah, sorry.
Click on that.
Sorry.
So this is the easiest way to turn on or turn off your plugin. Okay. So there is a Bluehost plugin. Okay. Now can you please switch on this Akismet Anti-Spam? This is required. It is off actually. Switch it. Make it on. The hello Dolly thing is there. Don't worry about that. Scroll down, please. Okay. Rest of things is on. I think this is good. This is good enough for now. Okay. Now go to settings, go to the last one, go to settings. So I'm hoping others will also be doing the same thing. Okay. So, okay. Now this is one more important thing. I think Bhagya has already done it. I want others to check on this one. If you see the site URL, okay, everybody sees site URL here. In the site URL, coachbhagya.com is already there, but some of you people may not be having this. You'll be having some junk characters, some URL which is already been assigned by Bluehost. Okay, if you have anything like that, you change it to this format, your website format, like HTTP. Okay, I think SSL is already applied. I'm not sure. I need to check that one. So you put HTTPS coachbhagia.com. Okay, or you can say, you can put whatever your domain is .com. Okay, and click on save updates. Okay, so this is already done here, so we don't need to do anything. Scroll down. Okay. Okay, now coming soon page is on here. So this is the main reason to do this one is because if you will be having an incomplete site when you're developing the site, it's very incomplete, right? So if somebody comes to your site, they'll see it like, you're still designing it. It may turn them off. So always better to put coming soon page on site. Make it on till your site has got at least 1 or 2 pages ready. At least your home page should be ready. Okay, let it be on, but remember this place. This is the place where you need to turn it off once. And again, like sometimes it so happens, right? Maybe there is some maintenance going on. Maybe your site has been hacked. Sometimes it also happens that your site may get hacked, or sometimes it may also happen that accidentally you must have deleted some pages, something you're trying to do and all this stuff. That time you don't want people to come here and see that it should not give a 404 error saying that the page doesn't exist. So we need to turn it off that time, finish your work, and then turn it off. Okay, now let it keep it on for now. Coming soon page. So just scroll up. Okay, and let us quickly check the security. Go to the menu next to plugin security. Okay, now most of you who have already bought the domains, you can check this one here. I think whoever bought from Bluehost, you must have got your SSL free. Okay, so what you do is you just need to turn on this. She has already turned on the SSL, so go ahead and turn it on. Okay, check this one, turn this on. Okay, and this malware security site lock, I think in the plan it's free. I think it's already there. But I think if you want to upgrade to something else, I think for now you don't need all this stuff. You just let's keep it as it is. Fine. Go to performance. Go to the next. No, go on top. I'm only talking about the menu on the top. Okay. Okay. Scroll down. Okay. Go to backup. Okay. So here, okay, let us check something here. So you have this code guard, protect your website with daily backup, site monitoring, just like that. Okay, so this is mainly for backup, right? See, we can take manual backup also. This is for automatic backup. Okay. If you wish to take automatic backup so that your site is not screwed up, sometimes if you do some changes, you will still see the older version or something like that. For that you can take, but as of now this is not required because it's too much to handle. Because you should be knowing how to use the backup, how to unzip it and again put it back and all this stuff. For now, till you learn all this stuff, I don't think so it's required. And there would definitely be an option how to take the backup, which I'll be talking about that later. So this is fine. I think we're all set. The only thing is Marketing Center. Users, I think we're done. Go to Marketing Center quickly.
I have a question here.
Sorry?
I have a question.
Yeah.
The backup, this code guard, do we have to pay again for it, or is it something which?
Yeah, code guard is something which we didn't buy it. We unchecked it because it is not like a very much required. You can anyway, if you would have bought it that time, or if you buy it now, it's the same. So I think it just costs like $1 per month or something like that. So $1 or $1.2, something like that. Okay, so it's very cost effective. But for now, you don't need it. Only when you want to have a daily backup done, then only it will be done. So for now, you don't need it. But some people must have even bought it. I'm not sure. I have told to uncheck. So let's see that. Okay, cool guys. Now this is all done. So Google Ads by Bluehost, so you don't need all the stuff. So if some people want to place Google Ads on your website, only then we can use this. This is free again. For now, don't worry about that. Okay, cool. So that is it from here. So what we should do is like, let's go ahead and log into WordPress. Right hand side. Yep. Let's log into WordPress. So if you see, once you log into WordPress, it comes as coachbhagia.com/wp-admin, right? So even if you want to log in, even without logging into Bluehost, that is the URL you should always use to log in, right? You don't need to come to Bluehost every time, log in and then click on this, go to WordPress. You don't need to do that one, right? So you can directly use that URL. It's the same, your URL /wp-admin/. If you click that one, you remember, like, when we tried to create this WordPress, there was an ID and password which you had put, right? So that's something which you need to use. So for now, if you're getting too confused, forget about it. Just log into Bluehost, click on visit WordPress in that button, and then you'll come here. Now this is the place where that means, like, everything is set for her. Everything is cool. So there's nothing to worry. Now what we should do is, the next step is we should take a theme. Okay. Now WordPress is ready, but we don't have a theme. Now we should start with a theme. Before we go and select a theme, the first thing we need to do is come to the plugin, come below. There, left hand side, below appearance, click on add new. Guys, if you want, you can make note. If you need to go to plugin on the left hand side and click on add new. Click on that. Okay. Now scroll down. Now here, see scroll down. See, these are all the plugins which is there in WordPress. Like, there are many plugins. I keep scrolling. Like, BB is for I think this is again for blog forum, like, and BB Press. It's like WordPress, like majorly for blogs and all it's used. And there are, like, Gutenberg. This is again an editor. So there are a few plugins here. So what we are trying to search here is, go back, scroll a little bit top. There's a search plugins. Okay. Here, no. Scroll down, please. Yeah, here, there's search plugin. Your mouse is there only. Yeah, click and type Astra, ASTRA. Okay, guys. So this is the most important step. You need to check this, Astra, and hit on enter. Okay. So everybody see this. What you do is, the first one where it says starter templates, Elementor, Beaver Builder, Gutenberg, Breezy templates, all these things are there. It's a package of Astra. Okay, this is something which we need to install first before we even go ahead and select the site. So this is one of the most important steps which you all should be remembering. So now what you do is go ahead and click on install. So now what's happening is, we are installing a plugin called as Astra. So Astra is again it's like a theme market. There are some paid themes. There are some free themes. We'll be only selecting the free themes now, so don't worry about it. For now, just install it and click on activate. Yeah, click on activate. Now, once you activate, what happens? Astra, Elementor is a editor. Okay, so now you'll be having two editors. One is an Elementor editor, and the other one is. Can you scroll down a bit, please? Scroll down. So did it complete? Okay, I see the starter templates there. Okay, let me go ahead and check if it's completed. What you do is go to appearance now, left hand side. Okay, now I think it must have completed. I didn't see, it just did a flick. So what you do is go to appearance and click on the starter templates. It's in the bottom. Click on starter templates. So after you activate Astra, you should come here and click on start template. Okay, just hold on here. Now this is the place where you get started. Now what is this? These are all like, Elementor, Beaver Builder, Gutenberg, Breezy. These are all editors. Okay. Now there is a custom built editor. Yesterday, that is what we were trying to find out. And I think like it was all jumbled up. Elementor is a good editor. You can also use the customized editor of WordPress also. Two ways you can do it. Okay. So let us go with Elementor. Elementor is one of the easiest one. So click on Elementor. So this is a page builder, or also called as editor. Click on that. Click on Elementor. So once you click on editor, you'll get the templates. Okay. So this is the place where you're going to take the check the templates. Now here, there are many templates. So you can just keep scrolling. And what you do is, Bhagya, I want you to go and select any of the template from here, which you like. Okay, do one thing. Can you go on top? Okay, or let's say you go, click on search. Okay, type anything you want. What is your niche? Based on your niche, you just type something there. Life coach. Okay, cool. So type something so that, templates just related to that will come here. Okay. So there are 4. If you liked any one of these, just click on that one. Don't click on the agency. Yeah, that's a paid one. So wherever there is an agency on the top is a paid. So usually it will cost from $20 to $40, $50. So for now, let us not pay anything. Let's go and click something which you feel like, good about. And more or less all the templates are same. Let me tell you, the designs are changing. Some of the layouts are almost same. If the layouts are a little bit different also, you can always create an extra module inside the layout. So don't worry about it. Okay. So you like that? If you liked it, then click on that. Which one you liked? Okay, hold on. So once she clicked on this, if you see, this is the bundle. Okay, you get a bundle of 5 pages in this template. Okay, first is the homepage, second is about, ebook, courses, contact. So these are a very nice template, to be frank. Like, and you can change the color. See, the color is coming out just because because of this image. Okay, they're using the image which is having this color as well. I think the background color of this ebook, she's using pink. So that's the reason, like, this whole site looks like pinkish, right? We can change the color, so don't worry about it. If you like this layout, just take it. Now, hold on. Now, if you want to see, you can actually look here itself. So, Bhagya, can you click on About? Now, this is the home page. Click on About. Yeah. So, you can come to the left side and scroll. No, go to the, you can see the view screen. Yeah, scroll down. No, just, yeah, mouse. Through mouse, just scroll. Yeah, see? You can see the site, how it looks like. Okay. The About looks like this. Like, feedback, review. Okay. And what I can do for you, like all this stuff, like, if you like this template, you can go for it. Okay, go for the ebook section. This looks like a pretty good one because, it has got everything about home, ebook, and courses. This is typically for any coach. Okay, so this is my ebooks. See, it can be your ebooks, or if you want, you can even sell somebody's books also. Okay. So you can do many things from here. So don't get stuck on that, whatever is there, we're going to use exactly. We'll be doing editing on this. Okay. So go to courses. Yeah, click on that, scroll down and see, like, how does it look? So these are my courses. This is the most important thing because usually your courses will be coming here. You may be having 5 courses, 10 courses, like whatever courses, all this comes here. And we can also see here, there's no button. We can even create a button below every course so that they can click on that and there's a call to action to buy from there, or else probably inquire from there. All those things we can do. Okay. So go to the contact. Contact also looks good. It's got exhaustive, get in touch, need advice, and click on, okay. Now what you do is click on import complete site. Okay. Can you see there at the bottom? Import complete site. Click on that. Okay. Hold on for a minute. Okay. Now here, what we are trying to do here is the complete package of this templates, we are trying to import it to WordPress. Now WordPress is going to become this template. Okay. So there may be things that, you may be using some templates before. Some people must have already started designing. So there may be something which is already there, or probably you don't like it. So at that point of time, what you can do is, on the top, if you see these options, there is delete previously imported site. Okay, check that one. Or sometimes what happens, probably you must have choose this site and you suddenly started liking some other site. Okay, some other templates. So you need to replace it completely, right? So that's the reason. So what we do is check on that. Go to the checkbox. Okay, so delete previously imported site and click on import.
Should I do this?
Nothing. Don't do anything.
Yes.
Just click on the import button.
Okay.
Okay, now this is going to take some time. Okay, it may take yeah.
Can we import different pages from different sites? I mean, different.
Yes. Yes, you can do that. Actually, you can pick and choose different, different. Probably if you like one page here, you like one page somewhere else, you can do that one also. So that time you don't need to delete that one. Okay, here we did a delete, right? That time you don't need to do a delete. What you need to do is you can choose only that particular page and install, and then that will go and you can start operating on that one. Yes, you can do that one. Okay, now this is importing. This will take some time. It will go from 1% based on the speed and things like that. So this is okay. This is almost the end of installing your template, and then thereon I'll be going ahead and teaching you guys how to change few things and all, which I think I did it last time, but I'll do it again today. So I want to ask one by one now, while this is happening, who has completed the steps till now? You can unmute and talk, please.
UV, I have come till this till import the site, but I didn't take it because I wanted to review other templates.
Super.
So
No
I've
problem.
come till
Good. So now you know, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now you know what you do is you can go choose any template and click on that import things. Okay. Now I think importing 91%. Soon it's going to be 100%. So Suchitra is done. So who's next? Can I see?
I have come till here. I have imported the template and I've installed it.
Very nice. So what happens is once it's installed, it says imported successful. Hooray, the website imports is successful and all the stuff. Okay, so you should see this one. Okay, so guys, let's go ahead. So now Devi, we are on the dashboard. So a couple of things. Okay, I think everything has been done, right? So you have taken up, as yesterday we have selected a theme and you applied that theme there. So let's go ahead and okay, now this is your dashboard, correct?
Yes.
So just move, scroll down a bit and let's quickly check few things. I just want to show few things to everyone. Okay, yeah, cool. So these are the pages which we have migrated, guys. Okay, so whenever you whatever theme you have gotten inside, so these are the pages. I think probably in your theme there was 6 pages, right, Devi?
This one page, I think that was before applying the Elementor, it was there by default.
Privacy policy?
Yeah, privacy policy.
Okay. Okay, fine, maybe. So these are the pages. Okay. Okay. Now what? Now these pages, the author and publish. So a few things here is these are the pages which has been migrated. I think one page probably would have been there already. I'm not sure, but I've not checked that. But usually anything which we migrate from the template, whatever pages are there, that comes and sits here. So whenever you want to operate on any of the pages, you need to check here. And one of the most important thing is date. Okay, the publish date is very, very important. So the publish date and the next to that one will be the revision history. So whenever you work on anything and whenever you publish it, so that many revision history would be there. So you'll be knowing how many times you have edited this particular page. So that's what it is. And scroll up a bit. Scroll up.
UV, I just lost the audio connect. It's just come back. Can you quickly give me a recap, please?
We just started, Nina. So we just started. So I just told that, this is once you export, or once you install the theme, the pages, whatever you must have taken from the theme, would be shown in the dashboard, is what I said. So here she had clicked on the pages. So okay, let's go once more. Devi, can you scroll down? So once you click on the pages on the left hand side, these are the pages which you see, which you have migrated. Okay, fine. So now scroll down and go to appearance. Appearance, and here go to menus. Okay, so these pages, whatever you have installed now through the theme, yeah, please scroll down. Okay, so these are the menus you see on the right hand side. Okay, so in these menus, what you can see is, you can see only three, right? One is about, one is courses, and know your course / author, which says again it is invalid.
Yeah, it was removed. I removed the page yesterday, but still it's showing up here.
No, you should remove. Once you remove the page, again you need to remove it here.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, click on remove.
Remove.
Yeah, click on that. So now only about and courses. See, though you would have installed all the pages from the theme, those pages will be in the pages on the left hand menu. When you click on pages, you'll get to see all the pages. But what pages should be seen on the site one by one is something which we need to do it in the menu. Okay, so menu will be under appearance section. So okay, now for showing sake, what we'll do is, Devi, what you do is, left hand side you can see contact, courses, published work. So check few of them. Like you already have about and courses there. So courses you don't need to click on. You don't need to do that. So just do one thing: published work, contact, published work. Yeah, these two, and click on add menu. Yeah, when you click on add menu, you see that it gets added on the right hand side. So that's how you keep adding pages to the menu. Now you see now about, courses, contact, and published work. You can see here. Just to check if that is added or not. Okay, I'll tell you before we save this. Think that we have still not done this. Let us go and see Devi's page. Devi, can you please open one of the tab, your website? Go to one tab on the right. Open the browser, one tab on the top. Don't save anything. Just go and open a tab. No. Tab on the top, Devi.
Okay.
Yeah. On the top. Open one more browser tab.
Okay, directly I put in the website.
Yes, you just put your website.
Yeah.
So this is our site. Oh, did you save it? I think you saved it, I guess.
I think I saved the menu.
Yeah. Okay, no problem. So only when she saves is when you can see home, about, published work, courses, and contact. Okay. So this menus comes on top. Now let us go back, Devi. Okay. Check on one of the page. Okay. So let's go and click on edit with Elementor. So think that we want to do some changes on this page, about page. So either this is the first method to do it, or else okay, just click it. We'll show you two methods. Okay, this is one. Click on edit with Elementor. So once you click on that one, it directly takes you. It takes you through Elementor. It opens up that page which you choose, and you can go ahead and do changes there. Okay, now this is about page. Okay, and okay, now you can see the sections, right? So now there is okay, they will just no, just mouse over your image. Yeah, okay, just hold on. Okay, so wherever that mouse over, that is a section. Okay, there are different sections. So this is a section where whenever you want to create one new section, where we want to add something or like, delete something, sorry, add something like images, new image or new text field and all the stuff, there is one plus symbol on the top. If you can see, if you want to do any changes here, don't do anything, Devi, just hold on. So just click on your image. Yeah. Now, if you see, there is plus symbol on the top. Can everybody see? There's a plus symbol, and there is Devi, can you just show that plus symbol? And there's a plus symbol that is to add a new section. Go to the next one. There are dots. This is editing the current section. Like if Devi wants to change her picture, if she wants to add something new inside this, like a text box or something inside this, she can click on this one and then she can do it. And the next one, the cross symbol, is if she wants to delete that section, whatever she's showing, right? So now let's go ahead and do some editing. Okay. Now, okay, you can just come, you can leave that one, Devi. Okay, can you just scroll down a bit? Now she has clicked on this about Devi, right? So that's the reason on the left hand side you can see the content change is appearing. Wherever she clicks, you can observe on the left hand side that content will come on the left hand side. Like now she clicked on My Story, Unleash and Writer. So that becomes an editor. Now that it will make out that you want to edit that section. Okay. So, okay, can you just do some edit, Devi? Yeah. Unleash the writer and speaker in you. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's
we have to click update here.
Yes. Just hold on. Yeah. So once you do this one, after doing any changes on the left hand side, there is a green button at the bottom. You should click on update. Okay. Now let us think that probably she wants to add a small image section or one more one more section in between My Story, Unleash and the picture above. So what to do? Just scroll on back. Okay, do one thing. Just come down. I think there's a section already existing. No. Just move up a little bit. There's a space between My Story and yeah. So here, can you see that plus symbol? So think that we want to add some picture in between My Story and about Devi, right? Let us think. Probably we want to add some picture, or probably we want to add one more content section. Okay. Then we click on this. Okay, click on Add Section. Okay. So once you click, okay, you can see there is a section which comes here. It automatically creates a space for doing some editing. Now there is other two widgets, that is Astra's widget and there's a folder. Don't do anything there. So what you need to do is there's a red symbol and a plus symbol on that maroon thing. So click on that one. Click on that. So once you click, you can observe that it is asking you for a structure, right? So what is the structure? It is asking you this whole section. You want to divide it into many parts, or you want to keep it like a full section. Now select your section means like in left hand. The first one is I want to keep it as it is.Maybe like she wants to put like a big image, lengthy image on that one. So she wants to keep it as it is. Or maybe like think that maybe she wants to add like a three image section. Then select the third one. Select the third one, Devi.
Yeah.
Just click on that. So what happens? Automatically there'll be 3 sections which gets created. Now probably maybe like she wants to add buttons here, or she wants to add pictures here, or probably she wants to add some content here. She can do anything she wants. So for that, what she needs to do is go to the Elementor section. Elementor section and click on the menu on the left hand side. No, Elementor on the left. No, Elementor left side menu. Yeah, there is a menu on the top in the edit section on the top left hand side. On the top, click on that menu. Yeah. So here is where you can pick what you want to insert in this plus symbols, right? Maybe like you want to add an image, or you want to add a heading, you want to add some text, or you want to add button. Let us do all these 3 now. Just drag and drop the image into one of them. Just pick that, pick it, the image.
Okay.
Yeah, just click on that one, drag and drop it there. Yeah. Okay. So this becomes an image. Did you see this?
Yeah.
This is how you edit. Okay. Now go back to the same menu section on the top. Yeah. Now what we think that in the second one we want to add some text. Just drag and drop the text one. So this is heading. Okay. Yeah, you can do heading also. Or else if you want, you can, if you want to add like a paragraph or something like that, you can change it. Can you go click on that again?
Yeah.
Okay. And go to text edit. Go to text editor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just drag and drop that one there. Yeah. Okay. See, you could add two sections. One is a header section and one is a text. So like you want to show something in the image here, you want to put some header and you want to explain something. So all these things is getting fit inside that particular box. Okay. So go back to the menu item again. Okay. The third section, let us try to put maybe some video. Click on the video and drag and drop the video. Okay. So now you see there's a video. Okay. Now the video is there. Now we'll see how to operate on this one. Okay. Within these three only, I'm going to explain everything so that you can create the similar things in many places. Right. Now what we'll do is, let's go to the first one. Go to the image, click on that image. Now if you see, hold on, don't need it. Once you click on the section, whatever you click, just click on got it. Just you got it. Yeah. So whatever you click on the left hand side, you can see content, style, and advance. Right? Are you guys following? There's a content, there is style, and there is advance.
Yeah.
So this is the operation level, what we need to do. Now, in the content side, now we see the same picture, it is appearing on the left hand side, right? So if you want to change that picture, let us go ahead and change it. Go near the choose image. And select. No, do it a little bit slow, Devi, because they may not. Okay, so if you go to this section, there's a choose image on the bottom. When she clicks on that one, it will take you a section. Okay, click on that. It's like browsing a picture. Click on it. Now she wants to put some picture. Choose some picture. Okay, hold on, David. Now either there is a picture here, but usually there will be no pictures. So there will be some default pictures there. So think that you want to add picture from your computer to this library. So that time what we need to do is upload files. Go to the left hand side. Click on upload files and select files from here. Click on the select files and it will directly take to your computer, and maybe like she wants to upload something. Just upload some pictures. Maybe something which is not, or maybe if it is, even if it's there also you can, random, just okay. Now she just added this picture randomly. This is how you can upload pictures. Okay. Now anyways we want okay, I will do that later anyways. Fine. Now she wants to add this picture, or probably she wants to add some other picture, right? Click on some other picture, Devi. Maybe the second one, you just click on that. Anything you want. Okay, cool. So she selected and click on insert media on the right hand side, like bottom. Here only. Insert. Just below. Insert media. Can you see this? Okay, guys, are you understanding? Just hold on 1 second, Devi. Guys, can you unmute and tell me, are you understanding it? What we are going through?
Yeah, you will.
Okay. Jasmine, you're understanding?
Yeah, UV, it's clear.
Okay. It's very easy. Okay. You just need to create a section, make that section into divisions, how many ever divisions you want. Like, you can make multiple divisions. Okay. We just showed now to create like 3 divisions, and then we can work on it. Or you can make like 6 multiples of 6 or anything like that. And you can drag and drop whatever you want. If you want, you can minimize the size, maximize the size. We can do anything within that. Okay. Now she has dragged and put this picture, right? Now what we'll do, we'll just do some more things on this picture. Click on that picture. Okay, the picture is already there. Now you want to see that this image size is 1024 into 1024, right, guys? Now you want to customize the picture. Then click on that, Devi. Click on the image size, left hand side. Yeah, and come down and customize. Custom. When you click on custom, automatically you can see the width and height of the picture, right? It's showing. Can you see, guys? So put something on width, left width, maybe like right 35 or something like that. Okay, and next one that is width, and make this as 10 or something. Just make it. Let's see. And click on apply. Okay. If you see, the picture became very small, right? It became too small. Now let us put it back again into some size. Yeah, make it 350 by 350 or anything. How much was it? 1000 something, right? Before.
Yeah, 1024.
Yeah, make it 1000. Maybe you can make it 800 by something like that. 800 by maybe 900, something like that. Let's try. Afterwards, anyway, we're going to delete it. Okay. If you see, maybe like she wants only that small picture. So I'm just showing you this. It's not that we are not trying to do something here. We're just trying to show all the options. That's it. But it's up to you guys how you want to do all these placements. Now maybe like she wants to add one more. We'll check on that later. So whenever we are adding itself, like we can do that. Now if you see, like on the second section, we did a header as well as we added a text also. So in that way. So let's do one thing. Let's go to the next section. So you can go on. Okay, yeah. When you click on this, guys, can you see on the click on that again and click on edit. So whenever you click on anything on the top right corner, you will see a pencil symbol that is edit. So you're trying to edit that section. Whenever you click on that left hand side, you can see there is a edit. The whole edit will come there. You can go and edit something there. You can say like in a press conference. There was a press conference which was held in. Okay, that's fine. Press conference. Okay, now you go and click on the below bottom one and edit. Yeah, so here you can write some details. Maybe she's trying to show something in the press conference. She explained about Tata, something like that. You can just write something. There's some picture about Tata. Okay, just put some junk.
Yeah.
Cut and paste 2-3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2-3 times. Okay, fine. Okay. So maybe like it's like we made a picture on the left hand side, right hand side. Like in the second section we made. Oh, this is a press conference. There was some explanation, right? So we operated on the image. We operated on the header. We also operated on the text. Now go to the right hand side. Now if you see, the last one is the video section. We added a video here, if you remember. So run that video. See what is there. So this is something related to, I think, Elementor. Some video, some default video would have already been there. So now think that we want to change this video, right? I think Devi already has some video as of what I saw. So
Yes, sir, yeah.
click on the edit. Click on the edit on the top. Now if you see on the left hand side, there is a video. There's you. If you have some videos placed on YouTube or something like that, you can cut and paste that YouTube link here. You can see source, link, and all the stuff. Right? Do you have anything on YouTube, Devi?
Not much actually. Not active on YouTube.
If you don't have anything, right?
No.
Okay, no problem. So what we can do is go on the source. Click on source. Okay, so YouTube, Vimeo, Dailymotion, self-hosted. There are many places. It actually gets connected to anything, right? So and if you have uploaded some videos, it's always better that you upload your videos into create your own channel, upload your videos, and it's very easy to cut and paste that video link here, the YouTube link, so that it appears here. So for now, what we can do is let us see how this operates. Let us go to YouTube. Go to YouTube somewhere. Yeah, and select some link. In fact, you can also add from your own videos also, but that is not preferred. The reason is the size of the image, size of the video, and all the stuff. It all matters a lot. So try whatever you want to do. Put it on YouTube. Upload. Create a channel. Upload on YouTube if you want. If you don't want anybody to see your videos, you can make the channel as private channel and upload all your videos. Maybe we can have one more session some other time, how to upload videos on YouTube, and from there you can connect. So do you want to take this one?
Yeah,
choose any videos and take this. The URL will be on the top. Cut and paste that URL. Copy that URL.
Yeah.
Copy that URL and paste it there. Control A, paste it. Okay, and then come down and update it. No, on the yeah. Okay, so you need to paste that one and you need to update it. Now, once it is updated, what happens is go to the see. Is this the one which you took?
Yeah, this one.
Okay, so the video got replaced by the old one.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, just hold on one second. Okay, guys, any question till here?
EV, one question that whatever video you are uploading here, I mean, there is a button to play. Is that like any way so that it will play like just like that? I saw few websites where the video is playing. I mean, whenever you will open that website, it is like a slow moving video and all these things.
Auto play.
Yeah.
Is it?
Okay.
Video options auto play. Yeah. Cool. It's there already.
Thanks, Dev.
Yeah.
And one other thing will also be there. Sometimes you can see that player controls, right? You don't want people to just drag the controls, right? Can you off the player control?
Yeah.
Devi? Okay. Because you can see many places you have that thing. You're not able to drag it, jump the video and things like that. You want people to see it completely, right? So you can off the player controls. Yeah, cool. Yeah, thanks. On the video options, which is there. Yeah. So all those things is in the video options, like autoplay, mute, loop. Loop is like having the same video keeping on running. Or else what happens is once the video gets ended, it will show you the options of other videos, upcoming videos, right? So if you don't want all the stuff, you can play around with that bottom option. Okay. So any other questions?
UV, one doubt, can I upload directly from my Google Drive?
You can place the URL actually, but I have always used to upload on YouTube because
Okay.
that's the safest play to do. And one other thing is it is more secure if you put your Google Drive and other stuff. There are chances that you're already exposing your Google Drive on the net. There are chances to hack, but YouTube it is very tough to hack because they should get inside your YouTube server.
Right.
So it is not advisable. The best thing, because I don't want to get people to get confused. YouTube is giving you GBs of data, to upload whatever you want, and it's the most simplest way, most secured way. So I don't want to give any options here. I want any videos you have, just create a channel on YouTube for yourself, upload all the videos. There will be a link for every video. Just come and place it here. That's the most simplest. Let us go only simplest way. Complicated ways are always there.
Okay, and place it in private mode if you don't want to publish or anybody.
Yes, if you don't want to publish that, make your channel as private, or else you can even make your video also as private.
Okay. Thank you, Yuri. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm recording this video, so yeah
Because I
we'll
was
upload it.
in the beginning, so I'm a little lost today with the beginning.
No problem. So this is the way, you can add, and so now we added 3 sections. Okay, if you want, let's think that you want to add multiple section. Okay, so Devi, what you do is click on the plus symbol again on the just above that. Yeah, there. Okay, now if you see, guys, I'm actually doing it again. Okay, it's almost like doing it again. So click on the plus, add section. That is adding a section. It's like you're creating a section. Scroll down. Now if you see, now you want this completely as one, or you want to add multiple, right? Okay, now click on the plus symbol. Yeah, now this is where you have multiple things. Think that you're trying to, maybe that was a conference, that was a video, and you want to add a gallery. I'm just trying to make up a story here. Where she's trying to show something like Devi attended a conference, and that's the main picture of the conference, which she's displaying something, and maybe this is a video of the conference which she's showing, but she also want to add a gallery of images, and so we want to have multiple images, right? So Devi, click on that, maybe that 5 sections or 6 sections.
This one, no?
Yeah, just click something. Yeah. So now she clicked on this one, so that means she has got so many sections. Now it is how we want to use this section. On the top, we did the same thing, okay? But for each of these plus boxes, we can add different elements, right? So now let us think that we want to add only images to all these sections, or maybe like one image, one video, one image, one video. We can do like that also, or one image, one like a text field. We can do anything. So there we can just go and click on one of them. Yeah, click on, yeah, you can do a plus symbol also. Yeah. So when you click on plus symbol there, automatically on the left hand side, you get all the basic modules which you can take, right? So I'll repeat this again. There is inner section, header, image, text editor, video, buttons. Okay, now let us think that probably she wants to add a button. Let's work on the button now. Can you drag and drop the button? You just need to pick drag and drop it just inside that. Place it once you see the blue. See, whenever you drag and drop, one thing you need to observe always is, once you, okay, just try to drag and drop to the second one, Devi, and don't drop it till I tell you.
Yeah.
No, go to the second one, second plus symbol. Yeah, yeah. So just, okay, you need to click on that one, drag it, and take to that section in the plus symbol. Go there and just hold there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So can you see the blue
Yeah.
background?
Yeah.
Don't place it unless you get that blue, because if you place it somewhere else, it doesn't come. Maybe it goes behind that section or something like that. So always, once you see the blue only, you drop it there. You drop it there now.
Oh.
Okay. Now it comes. Okay. But if you try to drop somewhere else, it goes off somewhere else. Okay. Cool. Now what you do is, now we want to do two things. Now we think that we want to add this as buttons, right? So button is a button, like, it should have some function. So click on the first one. Okay, once we click on the first one and click on edit. Okay, so it's already there in the edit. So what we are doing now is, like, we want to give a function, like it should look like a button. Now it looks like that, but like we want to make it better, right? So what we do is type is default. If you want, make it different. Click on that on the default. And try to see, like, it's an info, success, warning, danger. See, these are types of buttons. Now this is like a think that this is an information button, okay, just to tell something, or else, like, you want to leave it as like, warning, anything. They're just telling, they're just having their predefined functions there. So let us leave it for default.
What is the success button supposed to be?
No, it's every button, that's how it is named. Okay, but we can always change it. There are warning buttons, success buttons. We can create functions for that one. What every button does, we can define it. But don't worry about it. Let's always leave for default, and we can customize the whole button. Leave it on default. Okay. Now there is a click here, right? So go to the text and think that we want to do something. Like, click on that. Yeah, and change the text. Click on that and change the text. You can type something like, you can type anything, saying that
Read more.
join the webinar or something like that. Join the free webinar. Okay. So she's trying to tell that, okay, if you want to, you have seen this and you want to join the free webinar or something like that, you can type that one. Okay, come down. So you can change. Okay, now when you click on this button, it should go somewhere, right? That's the function of the button, right? So there is a link. Now hash means it will stay there only. It will not do anything. That's the meaning of hash. Okay. But if you change, okay, close the, okay, just delete that one and put any URL. Do you have any URL, anything like maybe you have your page? Okay, go put your Facebook page.
Yeah.
Just go to your Facebook. You can put any page. So see, I'm just randomly working on this just to let you people know how this function works. So you people should be creative. Okay, you know what to do. When it's now, you should know how to use it. Now, Devi, what is your page? Can you click on Devi D on the left hand side? Click on Devi there. Yeah, click on that.
Yeah,
so,
my writer page is open.
Yeah, so copy and paste that one from there. Yeah. Copy. Okay, now she's actually copying and pasting the link here. Okay, so it doesn't make sense. So click on webinar again. Join to webinar. Yeah. Now go to the text column, the text section. No, there only.
Yeah.
Yeah. Say that, visit my page.
Okay.
So we are saying if you click on this, they'll visit her page. Okay. Okay. Now the button, if you want to make it small, big, you can click on that. Make it like medium. Yeah, cool. Now, if you want either a text or if you want to have an icon also inside that button, you can also do that one. Okay. You can go down. If you want, you can add it. If you don't want, you can leave it because again we should have a proper size image and all this stuff. Maybe you can click on the icon library. Let's see if there's anything. Okay. Yeah. Put some icon. Maybe like a click here, like a button. Okay. You just take that one. The last one, arrow. Yeah.
Arrow. Yeah.
Yeah, just click. Maybe like click here or something like that. Yeah, insert it.
Yeah.
You can see this. So you got an icon there. So they know that they want to. I'm just see again, guys. I'm not actually showing. You should be creative. I'm doing it all very fast. Okay, you should be very. So you know what to put there. So you should know, like there may be a hand or a download button. If you are trying to make somebody download something, click here. Then there should be some download icon there, and then instead of visit my page, you should write download, something like that, right? Okay, now the icon spacing, you want to make the spacing and something like that. You can drag. Okay, you can see that. So icon and the text spacing, it alters by itself. Okay, come down. So you want to give an ID for the button. You can also give an ID. You can put anything, like this is like my page ID, like you can write my page. Okay, I'll tell why this is done. Usually whenever there's a button ID given, right, if you want to use the same button many other places, you can actually create, you can put the button ID there when you're creating a button somewhere else, so that you don't need to redo the whole thing again. So it automatically understands that it's the same button which you're using in multiple places. Okay, so guys, don't think that now we are telling this one and suddenly you'll get everything. It's all trial and like you need to work for some time, maybe like 1 or 2 days you spend. That's how it is. So you should understand, like there's a website developers themselves take more than a week to design your page. So even if you take 1 week playing around with this one, don't worry about it. And there's always like you can go back, not save it, and all the stuff. Okay. Now you think that you did something and you didn't like that one and you want to undo. If you come down, yeah, left hand side, there's a history. Third button. Okay, there's a history. So when you click on the history, so click on that. Okay, now it will show everything what you people did, right? You did, the last thing you did was you did some edit, button ID, right? If you don't want that one, you can delete it. Click on,
Just click on it.
Yeah, click on that edit.
Edit.
So that's the that's the one which you edited. Just hold on. Just click on that and click press on delete button. Delete on your system.
Delete. Yeah, it's removed.
Okay, it's removed now. So like that, you can keep on removing the whichever action you want. It's not that the previous action only will be deleted. You can delete any action. Let us see. Go to button icon. No, button icon. Below.
Icon.
Yeah, that one. Click on that and delete that. Let's see if that icon disappears. Click on that and
it's not.
no, I think icon spacing and all was there. I think we need to remove it from the scratch. So you need to delete the icon spacing, then icon, because directly you'll not, because that's the last function, right? Before that, there are a couple of other functions also which we did. So we can delete the icon spacing first, second icon spacing, and then you can delete.
Even this is not getting deleted.
Not getting removed. Okay. I think then we need to go one by one, I guess. Okay, fine. So this is the way you can go from history, like from the history you can go ahead and delete and revert back your changes. Okay, and go to the revision. on the top, next to action.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a revision, like, what you did when, right? This is the complete revision of whatever was done on this. So you may not let's not get into this, because here what happens is, like, whatever you have done, if you try to fiddle around, the whole thing will go away. So don't try to do anything in the revision for now. Just only operate on that only function what you had created. Okay, fine. So can you click on the next button? Click here button.
Click here.
Okay, now we'll do some operation here, right? So click here, and I think it's the same thing. Like, if you want to change it to something else, okay, I think we don't want to repeat again. Go to the third one, click on the third plus symbol, okay, and let us add something else other than what we did. Go to the left hand side. So there are many basic intersection, video, button, divider, spacer, Google Map. You can add Google Map also, just to show that this is where the this event happened or something like that. Okay, come towards the bottom. So these are the basic things which comes free for you. Okay, now I think these are all pro. Okay, this is locked. These are locked, like, portfolio, gallery. These are all paid versions, so you cannot do it. As of now, you may not even require it, but if you want something, then probably can go click on that one, and you need to go for paid. So forget about it for now. You just use the basic icons, images, video. That's more than enough. Editor, header, heading, and things like that. Okay. Okay. Fine. Let's hold on till here. So any questions till now?
You had said we would like to discuss, what you were suggesting, which is the sellable or saleable niche, sub niche.
Yeah. Sellable niche.
Yeah. I would like to discuss that before pinning it down and preparing that program.
Okay, guys. Fine. Let's do one thing then. Tomorrow, what I'll do is, I thought I'll cancel the session. Tomorrow, what I'll do is, I'll do a small micro session about how to. I think I did this one for someone. I don't remember whom I did it for. I'm going to do this session called as how to decide about your niche, and how to take your micro niche. Okay, I'm going to have a micro talk on that one, maybe like a half an hour, 45 minutes, or it may go for 1 hour. But that's a very important session. I wanted a big gathering for that one. I wanted to publish it in many places. But what I do, I'll just do it for this crowd, maybe even 10, 12, whatever. Whoever is coming is enough for me, because you people have been consistent. I'll take one exclusive session for you guys. Maybe I'll pull out 1 or 2 guys into talking mode, and then we can decide then and there, so that others can follow. Let's do that tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.